success is not a secret. I hate when people say it's the secret to success. No, success is a system. Like, you got to get the system.
Success is a system.
That's it. It works 100% of the time.
Podcast name, Joe. Success is a system. That's
Look,
good.
man, you got to know the system. How do you get the system? You pay somebody who got the system. Or you can go out here and try to figure out and put your own system together, but you don't live long enough to make all the mistakes on your own. So you go find somebody who got the system. They've got the system.
Dang, that's lit. Oh, so you invest $9,000,
Yep.
one call, and your offer was $13,000.
It was $7,300.
It was $7,300.
Yep.
So you read the script, you do whatever the person tells you to do, and you make $7,300.
Somebody said, yeah. And I was like, oh, it's on.
Your life changed at that
Yeah.
moment.
I made $53,000 in like 6 weeks. And then I hadn't even created the program yet. I made $53,000 within that 4 to 6 weeks, $53,000. I was like, it's a wrap. I told my wife, you don't got to go back to work no more.
Really?
Yeah. She was a bartender then. She was paying all the bills. No, she was a bartender, all national. And I was like, we good.
We good.
I had to sit down and did all the math, like on our bills, and was like, oh yeah, we good.
It seems like that would be your breakout year, though.
That was a breakout year.
Yeah.
But every year, so once I got it, every year we've doubled or tripled.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
Mm-hmm.
I like how you talking right now. I like how you talk. And I'm literally going through like the timeline of my life, and it just seems like the more I've invested, the more I've made.
It's the principle, bro.
That's crazy.
It's the principle, bro. It's the principle.
Yeah, I gave Neil like $5,000. It was like for a mastermind for a day. It was a day event. Was it 1 day or 2 days? I think it might have been a day. Yeah, it was a 1 day event. And I think it might have been one of the first ones. It was $5,000.
Mm-hmm.
Now I had the $5,000. It wasn't like like I was scary, but it was like, dang, it's $5,000. It's a lot of money for a day, but I'm gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
What happened after that, I can't even explain it because it feels like I did the same thing. I didn't do anything different, but more money came because I think I'm more certain in my asking because I gave it.
Yeah.
And you could tell the people who haven't invested.
100%. Because they don't, most people, so like here's the trick part. It's basically when it comes to sales, high ticket sales or whatever. Some people think, all right, if I drop my price, that'll make people buy. And I'm like, nah. Most people don't buy. It ain't got nothing to do with your product or your service or you. Most people don't buy because they don't believe in themselves. They're like, I don't believe in myself to even activate the value you're going to give me, Dave. I don't believe in myself to do it. So I'm not buying because there's anything wrong with you. They're not going to say this. Most won't. It's not that I'm not going to buy because I don't believe in you and your genius. I just don't trust myself to follow through.
And how do you get around that?
A lot of times they got to work on themselves. Because if they don't, they'll come in and they're dependent on you to help them win. And it don't work like that.
So in terms of like this sales process, because obviously you still want to get the sale.
Yeah.
And now I guess it's not your job to sell them on the product. It's your job to sell them on themselves?
Yeah, so basically no. So good question.
What's going on? Listen, entrepreneurs, coaches, service providers, you want to add instant credibility to your brand? Become a published author. People look at you differently, all right? So my brother Ash Cash is giving a game on how to become a self-published author, okay? How to write and publish your own book easily in his new online program. Now, Ash got over 10 years experience. He's been an author for over 10 years. But not only being an author, he's sold over 70,000 books and 4 bestsellers. I mean, featured on every single outlet you can think of without a publicist. That's absolutely amazing. Now, he's got this new program that's going to teach you everything from writing and publishing your own book in 90 days or less. Imagine if you listened to this 90 days ago. Today, you'd be a published author. Look at that. He's also going to teach you how to sell massive books like he's done, okay? All independently, okay? So go to incomefrombooks.com. Incomefrombooks.com. And for a limited time only, you'll get 40% off the normal price. You don't even need a promo code. So go to incomefrombooks.com, build your impact while building your income. Back to the episode.
So the goal actually isn't to get the sale. The goal is to just help them make the best decision for them. You see what I'm saying? So in a high ticket in this high ticket communication, you're basically interviewing them, and they're auditioning for you. Let me explain. Let me break this down. Right. So most people think that you got to sell people on why they should buy. When you do your marketing and stuff right, great marketing makes selling unnecessary.
Great marketing
makes selling unnecessary.
Unnecessary.
Because when they come to you, if your marketing is done right,
okay, hold
they're
on,
already
Joe,
sold.
that's the topic. Okay. There's so many bars in this joint. Like, everything could be in the title. Great selling.
Great marketing.
Great marketing.
Makes selling unnecessary.
Makes selling unnecessary.
Yeah.
Okay, explain that.
Because when people, so think about it. I'm going to use you as an example. When somebody gets a conversation with you and you make them an offer, your marketing and you're so prolific in the industry and what you produce, you don't got to sell nobody on working with you. They already see your value. They done watched hours of your show. They done seen tons of your content. They done seen you build a brand. They done seen you on stages. Your reputation precedes you. They already know it's expensive to work with you just based on your position in the marketplace. So it ain't like, you can either buy or you can keep your problem, right? So they're selling you on why you should allow them to buy versus you selling them on why they should buy. Here's why you should let me buy, Dave. Versus you saying, here's why you should buy. I'm the best at it. We got the most success stories. Are this. We're better than those guys. Is this. We're going to do it all for you. Most people be doing all that because their marketing ain't tight. If your marketing tight, people show up ready to sell you.
Dang, they the buyer, you let them keep their profit.
Yeah.
Golly. Can you walk me through a sales, like what's some foundational sales stuff that I need to learn or marketing stuff so that, because you still got to get them on the phone.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So if I'm a new entrepreneur and I want to make some money and I have a great product, what are the things that you see that people are doing wrong?
I think the biggest thing is like most marketers, most business, first and foremost, this is foundational, is whatever you sell, you got to see yourself as a marketer first. Mm-hmm. So if you're a speaker, author, you sell cheesecake, I don't care. You're a marketer first. So you're a marketer of that product, right? Most marketers make the mistake of trying to create desire, right?
Most marketers make the mistake of trying to create desire.
They think they have to create desire. Here's the cool thing. You don't have to create desire. Like the desire already exists in the marketplace. Your job with your marketing is to channel the desire to your offer. So the desire is already there. Your job with your marketing is to take that desire. Because like, for example, let's say, somebody sold person, like you training now. Dude ain't had to create a desire for you to want to train and get in better shape. You already had the desire.
Correct.
Who knows how long, right? However y'all connected, because you could have went and hired anybody. You know everybody. But for some reason, the desire was channeled to his particular offer for whatever particular reason. And it's the same thing when people buy anything. If somebody's hungry and they're driving down the street, down Old National Camp Creek is a lot of restaurants. They're hungry. They already got a desire to eat. Something about the marketing channels the desire to go eat at that particular restaurant. So all you're doing is getting in front of the desire. So how do you get in front of the desire? You figure out, okay, what's their current reality? Like, where are they right now? And then what's their preferred reality? So where are they now? Where do they want to go? And like immense detail, like detail. And then they got this transformation gap that's in the middle of it. So your job.
Hold on, because that it kind of makes sense because, and I don't know what restaurant it was, but what's the restaurant there? Their slogan's like "Why wait" or something like that, or maybe not even "Why wait." Or what's the joint? Not going anywhere for a while.
Grab a Snicker.
Yeah.
Yep.
So they know that the desire is there, and they're identifying their market of somebody who is not going anywhere for a while.
Yep.
That's genius stuff.
Yep.
Like, I know you want this chocolate, but now it's got to prompt you in a way that says.
And I bet I'm willing to bet if we was able to pull the data, I guarantee that people who eat Snickers are mostly people who like work in corporate America.
Because they're not going anywhere.
They're not going anywhere. Because think about it. What entrepreneurs you be around that eat Snickers? And you know a lot of entrepreneurs.
That's a fact.
What event have you went to and cats is in there eating Snickers?
That's crazy.
I don't know nobody who eats Snickers. Not that they don't eat Snickers. They've just never ate one around me.
Right.
That I've seen. You feel me?
That's crazy. Marketing is such a game. Okay, you were saying something.
Okay.
And I kind of cut you off because my brain went somewhere else. Okay, so there's you got to channel the desire.
Yep.
The desire's there. You just got to channel them in your direction.
Yeah. To your product.
To your product.
Yeah.
How do you get them there?
Good question.
Because you said there's a gap somewhere.
Yeah. So there's a transformation gap. So it's like, here's where you are. So you want to make more money, for example. But you don't really want to make more money. You want to have more time. You want to be home with your kids. You want to be able to travel. You want to be able to have freedom. You want to be able to wake up when you want, whatever the case may be. That's where you want to be. But you're here now, working a job, having to sit in traffic. You're never with your kids. They're growing up without you. The wife is complaining. That's your current reality. Your preferred reality is the opposite of that. And what's the thing that's in between them? In between that, here's the kicker. Most people think people buy based on price. People buy based on how fast you can help them close the transformation gap. And they're willing to pay a premium for it. I'm going to give you some real life examples. So when somebody go to the club and they pull up and they go pay VIP, somebody might pay $300 to get in the club. The current reality, they're outside the club. The preferred reality, they want to be inside the club. Fat, and their transformation gap is outside the club to how fast can you get me in here? 300? I'm in. It don't make logical sense, right? You get in the club. All right, cool. The goal, current reality, I came by myself or with some of the bros. Preferred reality.
I'm trying to go home.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Preferred reality, when I leave, situation different.
Yeah.
How do I do that? So this is my current and preferred. Now I got my transformation gap. We got to lead with something.
I need to sit on a stage after buy a bottle that's going to attract.
The bottle is $30 in the liquor store.
It's $300.
It's $300 here. And we got to get 4. And we got to get the sparkles when they bring them over so the girls will see it. Now they start looking.
All I'm trying to do is close the transformation gap.
Yeah. So they're not buying these bottles because it logically makes sense or they're fiscally responsible. They're like, we just need to close the transformation gap. We'll figure that out tomorrow.
What's the fastest way to get from my current reality
to the preferred reality?
My preferred reality.
And then how do you do that, right? Because it's like online, one of the biggest, so on the internet, bro, the internet.
This interview is exciting. This is so exciting. Golly, dude, I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm sorry.
The internet irritates me in a lot of ways, bro. And sometimes I post it, but it like irritates me in a lot of ways because a lot of people are misled and they're miseducated, right? So online, we hear the word funnel a lot. And I get it. But people have like oversimplified what a funnel is. So people think that a funnel is some pages. It's part of it, but it's not all of it. Let me explain. I'm going to break down the funnel first and I'm going to explain what I mean by the funnel ain't the pages. So why they came up with the funnel. So if you look at an upside down pyramid, it's 4 layers of it, right? So it's the first level is awareness. People becoming aware of you for the very first time. So people watching this interview, some of them are becoming aware of me for the very first time. Some becoming aware of you for the very first time. That's awareness.
For sure.
They haven't went to a page yet though, right? So they're already in the funnel.
Yeah.
Soon they watch your podcast, they're in your funnel already, regardless if they go opt in. Some people are going to watch it and they're going to be interested. Some people are going to cut it off immediately. They're like, dude, talking too fast. He sound like a fast talking mouth. You know what I'm saying? Some are going to lean in. They're going to be like, dang, he's talking about. So they're interested. They haven't went to a page yet, but they're in the funnel. Now, the third level is engagement. So we may say, hey, go to such and such, go to morningmeetup.com or go to xyz.com. They're going to go to that page and, read around, sign up, or just read around. Even they go over there, click on and go read around, they've engaged. That's the third step in the process. And then the fourth step at the bottom is becoming a client.